COVID sucks. I know. And when will it end? Who knows? Watch today's live to learn how you can feel better, get happier, get healthier, and get skinnier despite COVID. Hit it. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, master trainer and author, Tony Ariola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Coming at you live every Monday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Facebook Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a crazy world. Got people booing. We don't like people booing. But sometimes that's what people do. Stuck in quarantine life, and things are chaotic right now. Things are just kind of crazy. If you're jumping on, hi Letty, make sure you guys say hi. Make sure you guys comment, do all that good stuff as we try to bring you some good content today to help you. It's a special episode today because COVID is crazy, guys. I was doing some research on the show and I realized that we're in month 9 of this pandemic. And I don't know about you guys, but it's my first pandemic. And I don't know if I'm reacting too well. But with the cases surging, hopefully everyone had a good, happy, safe Thanksgiving. And, you wore masks. If you didn't wear masks, don't post pictures of it on Facebook. Hey, what's up, Tracy? Thanks for jumping on, brother. It's good to see you. So what do? How do we fight back? So today I'm going to help walk you through exactly what you need to do to help get your life back in order so you can be healthier, be happier, and get some control back, guys. If you're watching the show, make sure you use the hashtag GetMeSkinny, and you'll win a copy of my well, I'm not gonna send you a copy of the book, but you'll get you know what? I will send you a PDF copy of my book so you can get that for free. But on today's show, we're gonna talk about cortisol, we're gonna talk about stress level, sleep, moods, activity, breathing, everything that you need to feel better and look better despite wearing the masks. And when everyone talks to you like this, you don't even know if people are smiling. They're just like, oh yeah, whatever. And we're so numb to it. Our Ask the Trainer question is, how long do I need to exercise? You're gonna be surprised with the answer. I actually have a good success story that happened during COVID. I've had tremendous success with one of my clients, which I'll share with you guys today. If you're jumping on, make sure you hi. If you're watching the replays, make sure you comment, hit Get Me Skinny to get a copy of my stuff. And I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Total Body Project, where you go to get a total body makeover. No, it's where you go get skinny. You go to Total Body Project to get skinny. Hi, Diana. Thanks for jumping on. I know Diana's got work to do. The man is shutting her down, so thanks. It means a lot for her to jump on today. Thanks, Diana. Make sure we'll say hi. All right. So now, quarantine. What you're feeling right now is, and I've been running this question with a lot of my clients. People are stressed out. They're panicking. They're not sleeping right. They just don't know how to react. And everything that you're feeling is normal. Your body is responding to a high amount of stress, and you're in this constant fight or flight. So think of fight or flight as back in our in our caveman days. We used to run, to get food, or we used to run from the lion. And if I was running from the lion, I run pretty fast, but it was scary. You're panting, lion's coming. But what happens is that you're in this fight or flight state. And the way your body responds to that is with like adrenaline and getting you all tensed up and really like nervous and anxious. And so you can be aware of what's going on. How we combat that is by deep breathing. And it sounds kind of weird, right? Like, why would deep breathing make me feel better? Well, for one thing, when you were able to take deep breaths back in the savannah, when you're running away from the lion, I ran away from cheetahs personally, but when you're running away from the lion, deep breathing it told your body that you're safe, that you're relaxed, that you're okay. So let's do that. I feel more relaxed already. Does not feel good. It's just more oxygen to your brain, into your blood vessels, into everything. And the dog is normal. Kona is normal, which feels great. So let's all breathe in. That's why meditation is so powerful. And it turns out you don't have to like do the yoga thing. It turns out just deep breathing or doing cardio, hikes, all these things that are just kind of repetitive really benefit you as far as your brain goes and as far as fighting this constant stress. It builds more gray matter in your brain, and there's so many benefits from it. And it's free. I'm gonna do one again. I just feel pretty good. And another problem that we're facing, and so that we're facing these problems. Yeah, I know. So that you guys know, we have a studio audience today. It's coming in live, guys. I need you guys to stop booing. But my studio audience is really helping me today because they're tired. We're in quarantine fatigue. It's been 9 months, and one of the reasons we struggle so much as humans is because we don't know when this will end. When I was talking about the coronavirus a few months ago, I was thinking it was going to end. That was in March. It's going to be December tomorrow, which is crazy. December is tomorrow. So if you're getting tired of this, if you're just over it, I get it, because we as humans really struggle with uncertainty. We have a problem not knowing about the future. And because there's so much unknown, we're having a really hard time buckling down on our health and fitness, on our mindset, all these different things that are really important to us. We just don't know. And so that's the hard part, is that we don't know when this will end. And I can't tell you that I know, because like they're predicting that the surges and this thing is going around the world and it's just getting crazy. All my hope is just to help you really key in on things that are going to make you feel better, because it's not about the ripped abs, the washboard six pack, although those things look good. It's about making sure that you come out of the state with not worse off, not in a depressed state, not, there's domestic violence going out, substance abuse is an all-time high. Things are just nuts right now. And it's my job, actually, my role is to help you navigate through this time. So a couple easy things that you can do today, starting right now. We took some deep breaths. So, if you guys are watching live, make sure you guys, thumbs up, because you're feeling better because you breathe. It's just so zen. What you can focus on to improve your mood, because right now you have to fight harder than ever to protect your mood. Okay, I'm probably one of the happiest guys around, but I know that I have to fight harder than ever to make sure that I can be happy. And you're going to have to fight the same battle as well. If you're feeling those days that you just feel like lousy, terrible, just, poop, you're going to have to fight those days. You're going to have to get up and you're going to have to do things, proven things that will help you feel better. The first and most important is sleep. You got to make sure you get the right amount of sleep, because sleep deprivation is going to affect your mood. And it's going to make the next day horrible. It's going to lower your immunity, right? So if you catch COVID or if all these other illnesses like the cold and flu, because you're not sleeping, it's going to make you susceptible to all these things. So sleep is also free, and you can do that. All it comes down to is setting a rhythm and setting the discipline to go to bed on time. You do that, you're going to be way better off. You're going to have some good days. Yeah. So first thing I ask my clients every day, how'd you sleep? If they slept good, I know it's going to be a good day. I know it's going to be a good day. We're all going to be laughing. It's going to be fun. Now, if they didn't, guys, be quiet. If they didn't sleep good, it's going to be a long session. And if the fiance didn't sleep good, then now you're going into some problems. The next thing that's also free is water. You really want to hydrate your brain, hydrate your heart, your bones, muscle tissue, all these things. Do you know that a 3% dehydration state can affect your performance 15%? And I'm not just talking about physical performance. I'm talking about your brain. I'm talking about thinking. I'm talking about doing things, doing tasks around the house, responding to your significant other, problem tasks, remembering things. All that stuff's affected by water. It makes me kind of thirsty, actually. So after you take your deep breath, drink some water, and now you're feeling good. You're happy you tuned in, right? The next thing is healthy foods. You want to make sure that you're eating good, healthy foods because although your brain's only 3% of your body weight, it takes 20% of your energy. So guess what? If you feed it junk, it's going to perform like junk. And if your brain, the vehicle that's driving your moods, driving your temperament, that feels like junk, guess what? A lot of crummy days in there. And crummy days suck, guys. I mean, 2020 has been challenging. There's been crummy days sprinkled in there as far as my life, but you don't want to make sure that you don't want that to be your whole life. You don't want good days sprinkled in there. You want a little bit of crummy days. Some days you're more upset than others, but for the most part, you're on the up. And that only happens by doing all these daily five diets that are pretty simple. Another one, easy one, is vitamins. Vitamins like fish oil, any type of a multivitamin, because what that does is not only fill the holes in your body, helps you lose weight, and that's yada yada yada, but it also balances out your brain. Hear me on this one. It balances out your brain. What that means is that these mood swings that you're having, when you're like, somebody cuts you off and you're like, sorry, I mean, it's scary. Somebody cut you off and you're like, snap. It could be because you didn't have your vitamins. So now I'm not saying that my significant other, because I would never say anything about Courtney. I think she's teaching right now, so I think I'm safe in this part. But anyways, make sure that you guys are taking your vitamins because that'll make you feel better. It's a good mood enhancer. And I never thought about it that way, but it turns out it helps. It helps. The next one that's a little bit more difficult, but we can find ways to plug it in, is exercise. Yeah, exercise is everyone's. It's definitely my favorite. But just movement, playing with the puppy, running up and down the stairs. It doesn't have to be this, F45, run here, rep 160 pounds, squat, kettlebell swings. That. But what it does have to be, it just has to get your heart rate up. And that'll make you feel good. So don't think you have to do this crazy thing. Just a little bit of dancing. Dancing makes you. Have you ever seen somebody not in a good mood while dancing? No, because it's never happened. Dancing will automatically put you in a good mood. And that counts as exercise. And that also is free. The other one, which is the most powerful one as far as increasing your happiness and mental well-being during this COVID craziness, is your journal. A gratitude journal. This is for my good friends at MPE. Shout out to MPE. They're my boys over there. But a gratitude journal that I started doing, like the 5-minute gratitude journal. And really what they're finding, and the science is very clear. If you get up in the morning and you think about 3 things that you're grateful for, guess what? You're going to be a lot happier. You're just going to be so much happier. And that's free. That's only thinking about what you're grateful for. Imagine that. You get to feel good. And I know it's hard. I finished this book called The Happiness Hypothesis, and they talk about when you're in these depressed or these kind of sad states, it's hard to think of yourself in a different state. And that's where people really struggle, is thinking of yourself in another state. I know my clients, for one, and myself, there's days when you wake up and you're feeling kind of crummy. Thanksgiving wasn't the same as it usually is. And it's easy to get down on yourself and be like, oh, my life sucks. And God, these guys are booing a lot today. I gotta work on my studio audience. But it's easy to get depressed in today's state. And when you're depressed, it's hard to do the things that make you feel good because you're depressed. It's a chicken and egg thing. So what I challenge you, and I want you to take away from this, is even when you're not feeling it, write 3 things that you're grateful for. Whether it could be your eyes, a cool hat, maybe it's a microphone that works, maybe it's an internet connection that works. like last week, internet was just awful. But things, maybe it's your beautiful fiance, or your happy puppy, whatever it may be. Find what you're grateful for, and that will make you feel so good. And once you feel good, then these things will carry out in the rest of your life. So make sure that you guys do that. Now, the reason that this is important, because mental fitness is synonymous with physical fitness. They both hand in hand. The body cannot exist without the mind. So I want you to know that. And I want you to think of exercise as something that you get to do, right? It helps fight anxiety, depression, anger, all these different things that exercise helps. So if you're angry, instead of like, well, you shouldn't be punching anybody, but instead of going like, you go for a walk, or what I do is go for runs. I guess I must have been really upset. I ran 25 miles yesterday, so I was pretty upset. But guess what? Afterwards, I was dead, so it didn't matter anymore. But I was happy. So, and that only comes from doing the exercise. But know that exercise is like your secret fuel, your secret power to fight back when you're feeling just crummy. And dance. Dancing just feels good. When was the last time you danced, huh? Nicole, you? Thanks for jumping on. Diana, what about you, Tracy? Letty, I know Letty looks like she dances a lot. When was the last time you danced and like just got jig with it and felt you felt good? Do more of that stuff. It's gonna feel good. And it counts as exercise. I count it exercise. If you're not exercising and you're thinking, I'll just wait to start exercising after this COVID thing hits, you're looking at exercise the wrong way. It's not something that's when the world gets better, you're going to go and do. No, no. Exercise is something that you get to do, that you get to have fun, that you get to live out. Your body gets to move. We're stuck in these offices all day with no outside light and these artificial lights and these artificial. I mean, I'm talking to looks like it's an HD camera. It's a nice camera though, but I'm talking to a camera. We're missing that human connection. So exercising is the time that I get to go play outside, ride my bike, swim, and really feel good. And know that when you feel good and you look forward to the exercise, it's like the magic ride that just keeps on giving. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better too. So when you take off that shirt, getting ready for the pool, things are looking right. They're not looking crummy because when things look crummy, I mean, you don't feel good. Feel awful. So we want to get away from that. And the magic of exercise will help you that. It's going to give you my best friends, endorphins, which are dopamine, serotonin. They're magic little fellows, friends that are going to come by and be like, "Hey, what's up, T? How are you feeling today?" And I'm like, "You know what, guys? I'm not having the greatest day." And these guys are going to say like, "I know you're not having the greatest day, but I know we can help you." And I say, "What? Exercise." And then we're like, yeah. Then we go exercise and things are just amazing once we start doing the exercise. So think of it as something that you get to do because you'll sleep better, you'll feel better, and you'll look better. So change that mindset and don't wait for COVID to end so you can start exercising. Yeah. Today you're doing some deep breathing. We did the water. Now we're going to do some dancing. And I can see you dancing. So dance a little bit and you're going to feel better. And when you feel better and you're happier, everybody wins. Everybody wins. All right. So if you're watching live, thanks for watching, guys. The video last week had over 220 views, which is great. Even though the internet was really spotty. It turns out Cox just did me dirty. But that's how Cox does. They raised my price and they made my internet slower. So thanks, Cox. Thanks, Cox. So if you're watching the replay, make sure you get those likes, those loves, those laughs, and really take this information, guys, process it, and apply it to your lives. Because I really feel that health and happiness is something that we all deserve. But the only thing that, even though we deserve it, we have to take the steps in order to make it happen. It just won't happen magically. I wish it did. I wish it happened magically. And I will push a button, make everybody healthy and happy, and then we wouldn't be in a pandemic anymore. But sadly, we're not. If you don't have my secret to the skinny guide, comment "Get Me Skinny" and I'll get you that. If you're watching the replay, comment "Get Me Skinny" and I'll get you that stuff. Man, hopefully in the future, when we look back and we're like, "Oh, look at all those masks. What were you doing back then?" And then we can, look at our grandkids and tell them, in 2020 was a crazy year. It was 2020 vision and things were supposed to go great. Then a tiny virus came in and destroyed our lives. But grandson, I fought back. I wasn't a victim. I stayed true. I followed the daily dids. I slept right. I ate right. And it turned out I learned really what made me happy on the inside. So that's a cool story. I hope I have that story. And that story only happens if I do what I need to be doing and I stop being a victim. And it's hard. I know it's a little bit rough language with you, but you got to pick yourself up. You got to know that you deserve better. But you also have to know that things only get better when you get better, when you pick yourself up, when you decide to take action. Watch this video, reach out for help, have somebody in your life help you, and pick yourself up. As soon as you decide to stop being a victim, you will get a lot better. And know that there's going to be some hiccups, right? It's not just even the whole time. It's going to be some struggle, but it's a struggle that's worth having, because I argue if you waste one day not happy, you wasted the whole day. What else is there to do? You want to be happy and you want to be healthy. And I know that you deserve that. I know you can get that. And if you follow these basic habits that I'll outline in the show, then you will be successful. Deep breathing, water, all that stuff. It's only going to help you. It's only going to help you. So thank you for our Ask the Trainer. This question is coming from my computer. Thanks computer for asking me. And it says, how long do I need to exercise? Yeah, it's a good question. People sometimes want, to say nothing, but studies show that just 15 minutes of jogging or 1 hour of walking decreases your risk of depression by 26%. 15 minutes of jogging or 1 hour of walking daily, and it decreases depression by 26%. That's crazy. Just imagine that. If you're just happy all day, just from exercise alone. So you don't really need to exercise that long, but I would say at least like 15, 20 minutes, whatever you can sneak in, as long as you get that little shot of dopamine, those endorphins that we talked about, you can get that quick burst too. So anything that you can do will help you. All right. This is kind of a cool story. Eric, which is one of my clients who started during COVID, he has done amazing work. He's down 22 pounds in about 9 weeks, which is incredible. Results, what is a result with a little asterisk? And the interesting part about working with Eric is when I met him, the first thing he told me was, I don't want to eat like a rabbit. I don't want you to change X, Y, and Z. And we started with little habits, tiny changes. So his first habit was to eat slower. And it sounds like something really simple, but it turns out it's pretty difficult. And what we found as he was eating, as he slowed the rate down of eating, he ate a lot less. And we started building on those tiny habits and really making the small changes. I never wrote out a meal plan from him, and I didn't even give him calories to eat. He started with leaving some food on the plate, eating slower, and increasing his steps. And now he's running, he's working out 3 times a week. He's just on fire. And he's one of my best success stories from this COVID period. And kudos to him, who Eric decided not to be a victim, to pick himself up and then to really run hard with this. So congrats, Eric. I'm super proud of you, brother. Thank you for the opportunity. And thank you for trusting me during these crazy times to help you build the best version of yourselves. So of yourself. Great job, Eric. Yeah. Oh, our fans didn't even clap. Why wouldn't our fans? Like, that's when they were supposed to clap. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're not part of our Fitness Avengers group, make sure that you comment so I can invite you to be in the group where we're launching content. We're working with you on a closer basis to make sure that you're moving in the right direction. Comment GetMeSkinny to show. Please like, share, comment. And this show, especially, guys, is a special show because everyone's struggling. Everyone's struggling. Everyone wants to feel better. We just don't know how. And when this pandemic, in this perpetual treadmill that just doesn't end, we need to really take care of ourselves, and we need to focus on the things that we know work. And in this case, it's sleeping right, it's drinking water, being grateful, deep breathing, eating the healthy foods, taking the vitamins, exercising a little bit. All these things that will make you feel better, because COVID is a powerful force. And so you need to know that you need to meet it with a powerful force. It's not going to come easy, but I promise you, it's definitely going to be worth it. Tune in next week, Facebook Live, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to show you my top 10 exercises for weight loss. Surprising. Some of them are surprising, especially number 7. I wasn't sure about number 7, but it turns out it burns the most fat. So I'm your host, Tony the Trainer. And I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to be here. You're the reason I exist. And thank you so much. Please be kind to each other. And I'll see you on the skinny side.
Thank you for watching the Fitness Avenger live show. If you like the show, make sure to like it and share. Please join us next week on Facebook Live. This week's show is brought to you by our close friends at Total Body Project. Visit TotalBodyProject.com for more info.
Woo! Woo! Bye, guys.